Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Magic. Today I'm playing with the the second blue deck. It's called Crosswinds. As you guys can see, the creature size is not that big, but it's all about counter and annoy your opponent. That's the key of this deck, okay? It's all about countering your opponent and be patient. You're gonna take a lot of hit at the beginning, but it's gonna be worth it, okay? Because sometimes you need to do some sacrifice, and at the end that will pay off. I will say that this is one of those decks that you really need to be careful. It's not easy. You need to plan every play and see what you have and what is going to be your next move. Okay, I know that applies for pretty much all the decks, but in this case it's crucial because there is too many counters, and sometimes you need to use that mana for a creature, or you need to decide if you're going to use it for some sorcery or an instant. Okay, right now I'm putting the Kraken, which is just a regular creature, 0/4, but that will allow me to put a front line of defense, at least for now. Again, it's all about getting hit probably at the beginning, because it's a little bit complicated to get into the game. But once you're there and you have the mana, you're gonna start doing some serious damage. Okay, so we're gonna play this sorcery. This sorcery allows me to check the two first cards that I have on my library, and then I can choose one, and the other one is going to the graveyard. And in this case, I'm just gonna probably keep the land, because that's what I need right now. I have a quite decent hand, but against the Exalted deck that I'm playing now, though, I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Alright, remember the Exalted deck, as long as they have a creature with Exalted and an attack with 1, they can grow big time. So that's why it's so important. And right now I got the Kraken getting the hit, saving me for now, and that's one of the key cards probably for the blue deck. Right, so now I'm gonna put my second Kraken on the field, and usually the Exalted opponent always gonna be attacking with only one creature. Most of the creatures are very not too powerful, but when they attack alone and they got the bonus for Exalted for the other creatures that you have on the battlefield, that change a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna use my Kraken to block that creature. Unfortunately, that creature that has some life link, so that guy is my opponent is gonna keep receiving life for now. But okay, we finally have 4 manas. Let's see this one. Whatever encounter creature deal damage to our opponent. Oh, beautiful. Okay, can use that one. But I'm gonna be using this sorcery first, which allow me to get 2 dragons, 2 and 2 on the battlefield, which is good because right now the opponent right now only have 1/3/1, and that creature actually can block. So gotta be Angelic Benediction. That's not good because it's gonna give more, you see, and they got like a 3 of War, which is also Exalted. So now every hit is gonna be a big one. Every time that he attack with the Angelic Benediction, is gonna be able to tap one of my creatures. So it's gonna be a little bit difficult to get over that and block all the attacks. Right now I can probably sacrifice one of the Krakens, because right now it's a 5/4, second series amount of damage, and especially because that creature has life link, so no matter what I do, it's gonna get some damage. But let's sacrifice one of the Kraken. That's exactly what I was talking about at the beginning of the video, that you need to make some sacrifices, okay, in order to succeed with this deck. Okay, we're gonna use this card in has to be one of the dragons. So every time that I attack, and if I deal damage, I'm gonna be able to draw an extra card, and that's very important. Well, with every deck, but with this one in particular, because I'm looking for some cards in a specific, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it on time. See, I get an extra card, and that is target creature gets -5 and 0, which is great. especially against Exalted, because Exalted, remember, every time they attack they grow too much. So that card is gonna at least allow me to save this one. You see, in this one I'm gonna be able to minimize the damage. Probably it's gonna be 0. Yep, beautiful. So it's gonna be 0 damage, which works pretty good, especially because remember I have lifelink, so that's something to consider. Again, all the movement that you're gonna be playing this game with this deck, Crosswinds, is very, very important. You gotta always think ahead, and I probably would say this is one of my favorites. Ooh, see, got my counter. Yes, you're not gonna destroy my creature. So that's exactly what I was saying at the beginning of the video. This is the... Okay, what are the odds? You got 2. Okay, I got it. You just destroy everything what I was trying to explain. But the ideal is that the counter is gonna make your opponent kinda upset. Okay, so there is a lot of cards that in this deck that are gonna allow me to bring my opponent creatures back to their hand, and then with some counters I can destroy them. If it happened during the game, I'm gonna probably explain it more in details. It's not easy to explain everything about Magic just playing 1 or 2 games, right? And I'm not doing a tutorial about the game itself. I'm just showing tutorial of the different decks, different strategies. Land is critical, I need it. Okay, let's go for 2 more dragons. That's the only reason that I'm still alive, because I can use my dragons as a mid shield to block some of the upcoming attacks of the Exalted deck opponent. Right now I got some very nasty cards on my hand, but this is not getting good at all. Tormented Soul, make his appearance on the battlefield, and that is an unblockable creature. That's not gonna be fun. That's for sure, I can guarantee you that. Once again, the Angelic is gonna flip one of my cards. I'm in such a trouble right now. I need to probably sacrifice all my dragons in order to survive, otherwise it's gonna kill me in 2 turns, right? That was the only good thing about that sorcery that allowed me to bring those 2 flyers. Nice. Okay, now we're talking. We have a strong, the Goliath Sphinx is an 8/7 with flying, and that will allow me to probably survive a little bit more. Let me send... I'm gonna be attacking only 1, and you guys probably gonna start thinking why, because he doesn't have nothing to block me. But remember, the Angelic, the sorcery that he has, every time that he attacks with 1 creature, he can actually tap 1 of my cards. So if I attack with both are gonna be tapped, and this, I'm sure he's gonna be tapping my giant Sphinx, and I want to have the other one available at least for blocking. Right? So that's the, again, strategy. You need to get to know your cards. You need to get to know the strategy of the deck, and the opponent. Right? At this point, that was the only thing I can do. Let me block it. See if we can do something about it. Yep, we keep sacrificing creature, but for a good reason. Mana that will allow me to bring my second Goliath to the battlefield, and that will allow me to change things a little bit. I'm gonna be attacking one of the Goliath. I got the other Goliath in there for defense. Unfortunately, my opponent has nothing at this point to do in order to protect himself. Oh, okay, that's not good. Another Exalted Flyer, and that's not good because it's gonna be blocking my upcoming attacks, and that is getting a little bit complicated, because otherwise it's getting more complicated to attack right now. But probably it's the turn of the Kraken to go down. Still leaving that dragon in case I can use it for blocking, but I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do now. Wow, it's a 7/6. I'm getting hit big time. But that's why you have the Krakens right now, right? Just to hold the fort. That That will allow me to strike back in the next turn with all I have. At 12, well, yeah, I think actually I can attack with. I'm gonna attack with everything. It's gonna be a 16 and 2 more 18. And I'm going with everything because no matter what, he's gonna tap one of my creatures when they attack back. So it doesn't matter. I'm going with everything. If I'm lucky, I should be able to get rid of him in the next turn, right? And actually, I think that will happen because he doesn't have enough firepower right now to do 12 of damage unless have something magical. He doesn't have any key. I mean, any cards on his hand. Lifelink is gonna be able to restore some of the life, but again, it's all about sacrifice. Right now I was sacrificing my Kraken, sacrificing dragons. I was holding the 4 until I got the 2 giant sphinx there. They're doing all the damage. So he's gonna hit me with 7 back to 13, but I should be able to take it down with this turn. Oh, this is another beautiful card which allow me to go and search for one creature and put it under my command. Let's go for the... I don't know, at this point you don't need much more, but we can go with the angel, which is exalted, flying, beautiful, yeah, love it. I'm going for this one, and I'm sure that will allow me to probably finish the game in this turn. They got 2 flyers, 1 can block, but I'm going with this one, and notice this. It's an exalted. So if I'm attacking with only 1 creature, I get the exalted bonus, and all of a sudden my Goliath is doing 9 damage. The whole idea was to destroy right now the defenses for this guy, and I have enough creatures right now to block him in case he's trying to attack me back. Probably I can just sacrifice the dragon at this point. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be that complicated right now. I know he's gonna flip one of my cards. That's why I always need to keep one ready for defense. Yeah, it looks like at this point my friend is in a heck of trouble, right? Because I don't know how he's gonna be able to survive this. I'm gonna block it with a dragon. After that, I should be able to attack with one of my... Well, probably can go with everything, right? That will give me enough attack, right? 16, 22. I think that will do it. Yeah, it's all about being patient, all about searching for the right cards, waiting for the moment. Sometimes you need to receive damage in order to attack back. So you gotta be very patient, get to know your cards, and that's about it. That was Crosswind, the blue deck, one of my favorite. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Kazuya, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Let's Play Magic. Take it easy, fellas.